everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians podcast.
Hello, guys. Welcome to part 3 of 3 of our Naughty or Nice series. Today, our Naughty or Nice contestants are going to be controversial food opinions. We asked you guys on the Up-Beet Dietitians Instagram page to submit your controversial food opinions, and you guys came through. We got some good ones to go over. But before we get into them, make sure you do go follow us on Instagram so that way you can partake in, let's say, quizzes, content like this. If you want to be featured on the podcast, go follow us.
Yes.
Also, one more thing, and then I'll let you speak, Emily.
Okay.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube as well to watch these episodes so you get the cute little edits we're going to stick in here in post.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you can see specifically like what we're talking about. And it was, I think, especially nice with the one where we redid the influencer. So if like you weren't familiar with this person, but maybe you know their face, the YouTube video would definitely help you out there.
I agree. I feel bad for saying that you can't speak. You can definitely speak on your podcast whenever you want to.
I was just going to say, I'm sad this series is ending. I feel like we're going to have to make it an annual thing just because it's been very fun to judge. And
even if we do like these same topics, we can do like 2024 influencers.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be new ones that come out.
Yeah.
They're giving us constant content to work with.
It's much appreciated, I guess.
Yeah. We're going to talk, like I said, we're going to talk about what you guys submitted on Instagram. We're going to go through each of these, talk about if they're naughty or nice in our subjective opinion, and it'll be fun. So let's get into it, because I feel like there's a lot of potential for sidetracking in these. So we should get started.
Yes. And maybe arguments today too. We have similar food taste, but not on everything. So it could be good.
That's true. That's true. All right. Our first one, I don't understand this one, but I'll read it off. I might need some clarification. The first controversial food opinion is chili and cinnamon rolls. Does this mean you eat them together, or is it just chili as a being and cinnamon rolls as a being?
So it's like the meal, like you have chili and then like a side of cinnamon rolls. Like some will do like cornbread. Some would do just like regular bread, but like some regions do cinnamon rolls. And I think it's a Midwest thing, but I think it's further west than us. I think it's more of like Kansas, Nebraska kind of Midwest.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay. Interesting.
I'm actually Googling right now the origins of it because this says Des Moines. Maybe it's Iowa.
Okay.
So it is a Midwest thing, but it hasn't made its way, at least I don't think so, to our areas. I've never had this.
Me neither. I've only known cornbread.
We're a cornbread family with our chili.
Yeah.
I feel like the types of chili too is also very regionally specific.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to lay out my thoughts. So my initial thoughts are, I love chili. Mm-hmm. My chili preference is like ground beef or ground turkey with like 3 different beans, green pepper, onions, lots of chili powder, like a spicier, beefy turkey chili.
Yeah.
I'm also a big cinnamon roll fan. I love cinnamon rolls.
Me too.
I feel like I would be open to this. My first thought was you eat them like you put the chili on the cinnamon rolls, and I'm like, we need to draw the line.
Maybe they do, but I can't imagine they do. Oh, I Googled it and there's a picture of, maybe it's just like for the food photography purposes, but it's a bowl of chili with a cinnamon roll just like sitting on top in the middle. But again, that could just be like food photography. Dip.
I sometimes like would put the cornbread in the chili.
Oh, like Ross always like throws his whole cornbread in there and like makes it part of the dish.
I'm intrigued.
I feel like as a huge advocate of sweet and salty, this probably slaps. Am I allowed to say slaps, or am I too old for that?
I think we're still in the era it's okay.
Yeah, as millennials.
Yeah.
Well, I
think
do
in a couple
know-
years, maybe not.
Yeah, we're getting close to the tail end of slaps. I think it's my grandma. Someone I know and love puts cinnamon in their chili, like as one of the spices.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's a thing. I think it would work. I think it just sounds so foreign that it's throwing us off, but there's got to be a reason why it's so popular.
Yeah. I think I'm more getting thrown off by the icing component.
True. That's what's getting me too. The
it's
cinnamon
like,
in the
it's like
dough is
sweet
fine.
cinnamon bread. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. That's true.
What
If it
can
was
go
like a
bad with that?
slice of like cinnamon raisin bread on the side, like I would not even question that. But I
Yeah, I'd be
agree.
like, okay.
The icing is kind of
Icing
throwing
is
it
what's
off.
throwing me off a little bit. I'm sure
Yeah.
it tastes good. Like objectively speaking, these are two very good things. And when you put them together, can't imagine it'll be bad.
Well, I know our final answer is going to be a bit of a guesstimate, but that's okay. That's what this podcast is for, is our unserious thoughts
Yes.
without evidence. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go on to the next one. This one's hilarious because we have two very different opinions back to back. I guess I'm kind of giving away the number 3, but number 2 is that pickles are a full girl dinner. That is the opinion that a Tudbud submitted.
And if you've listened to part 2 of the Naughty or Nice series, you already know some of our thoughts on girl dinner.
That's true. Because I was going to tie that into my answer here. Pickles would not really fill me up very well. Not a lot of calories in a pickle, unless you ate like a ton of them. But at that point, I feel really bad for your esophagus and your stomach lining. That's a lot of acid.
Yeah.
So I can really appreciate the sentiment because I love pickles myself. Also, I want to talk about dill versus bread and butter again, because remember when you had no idea what bread and butter was and I like really threw you for your loop that one day?
Yeah. Yes.
So I want to get to that in a second. But my take home message here is that we gotta make sure our girl dinner is giving us enough calories, enough nutrients. Pickles can be part of that. In many cases, they should be, because they're amazing and satisfying. A lot of like way to add fun flavors and textures and all of that with pickles. But at least have some like cheese and crackers with it, some carbs, fat, and protein, and we're
I
good.
was gonna say, yeah, that's gonna be a strong carb dinner. Not that there's anything wrong with a strong carb dinner, but add a protein and fat, just so you're a little bit more satisfied. I love pickles. You could eat so many pickles. It might physically harm you if you have bad reflux, but pickles are great.
Pickles are great.
Maybe a good girl snack.
Okay.
Even then, like probably still add something with it, but
at least like a string cheese. Just do me a favor and have a string cheese with your pickles.
please. Yeah. But a full girl dinner.
Because that's what the user, our Tudbud, said. They said full girl dinner. And that I think is where this could trickle into naughty territory.
And if like this is all you have access to, then it's fine.
That's different. Yeah. What is your intention behind the pickles for girl dinner?
Yeah. But if like that's all you're gonna eat, add some nuts, add a string cheese, add some crackers and cheese.
Yeah.
Add a roll of deli turkey, just add something with it.
You can do that thing where you have like the deli turkey, the pickle, and a string cheese, and you roll it up.
Yeah.
Now that's a full
delicious.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. I know we've talked about this before, but I am very much bread and butter. And when I told you that, I think your heart nearly stopped.
Like, what? I was like, what is that? I think I'm a dill girly. I still don't know if I know.
I think by default you have to be. If you haven't, have you had a sweet pickle before?
I don't think so.
Really? That it still blows my mind.
Unless I'm thinking of maybe like some of the circle, like flatter ones.
They do come in either like chips or
either one.
spears. Yeah.
I have no memory.
In fact, they're usually in chips.
Okay. I feel like I might have had them maybe on a sandwich. Maybe.
Trying to think what they're most commonly. If I'm doing like a burger, or honestly like really any like meaty sandwich like that, I do dill. I
Mhm.
use a bread and butter more for like a tuna salad, egg salad, chicken salad kind of thing, personally. Ross would use a dill for any of those too. He doesn't like bread and butter, but for whatever reason, I feel like the sweet and the mayonnaise makes like a good
Go well.
combo. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so
I think I'm a dill girly.
I think you are too. We need to get you a bread and butter. Next time you come over, we cannot forget. I'll make you try bread and butter.
I'll be okay with that.
I feel like you'll still like dill. I mean, dill is a classic. Anyone who likes pickles likes a dill pickle.
Hmm.
I like a dill pickle, but I'm more likely to eat them out of the jar if they're bread and butter.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Are we on the same page for our final answer?
I think so.
3,
Are
2,
we-
1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Naughty.
Okay. Okay.
I was
I
like,
wasn't sure because I
wait.
know we said like we like pickles, but the full girl dinner part was throwing it off.
Love pickles, but we have to look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
We can't take it apart.
Yeah, I tried
Next
to like
one though, I think we'll be on the same page though. 'Cause
I think so
feel like
too. And I tried to like make these like quotes, like what our Tud Bud had said. So yeah,
Yeah.
the next one, polar opposite. Next opinion is that pickles are an abomination. This one's from Kara. Yes.
some strong verbiage being used.
Kara,
right
I did
now.
not know you were anti-pickles.
Wow. Well, we're both on pro pickle on, obviously.
I think you guys know our answer on this
We
one.
just talked about.
But it
how
is
we like
controversial.
pickles.
I mean, we did ask for controversial food opinions, and pickles are one, that's for sure.
What's actually interesting to me is it the olive theory or like someone in a relationship, like one person in the relationship hates olives, or like one person in the relationship hates pickles, and then the other person always eats them. But in both of our relationships, both us and our partners love both, like pickles.
And you and
So,
me both love both of those things too.
yeah.
So when we're together, we both want the pickle.
Yeah, we don't share.
Yeah.
We both get it. So
I hope it's just a theory.
Pickle theory debunked.
Yeah.
Stay tuned though. For the
We
next
still gotta do
80 years.
That's true.
It's
Oh my
something
gosh, I hope we're doing
changes.
this podcast in our 80s. We'll be 100 by then. My God.
Yeah.
If I'm still posting on TikTok in 80 years.
I hope social media is dead in 80
Me too.
years. I really hope that everyone's nice and we have some new VR. I don't know if I like VR, but I feel like that's where the way the world is going. We have some new technology where it's anti-bullying, and if you get bullied, something happens to you. This sounds like a Black Mirror episode I'm describing, right? I am describing actually. You've never seen Black Mirror, right? Sorry,
I haven't,
quick
but I like
side tangent.
I can get the gist.
I'm gonna spoil this Black Mirror episode. I don't even know the name of it, so I can't even give a proper Black Mirror spoiler alert. But it's the one with the bees. There's like bees involved. So if you've seen Black Mirror or you've heard about it or you're looking at the title, it's something with bees. Skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want to get
We all know
spoiled.
I'm not gonna watch it, so
Yeah, Black Mirror is kind of scary, so like
exactly.
I feel like you would not enjoy it. I get scared, so I like can't watch all of them. But essentially, in one of the episodes, like these bees are like robots, and they're targeted to attack people and kill people that send death threats to people, like online. Well, it starts the other way where the internet gets to choose who dies. Super morbid. And then like those people would die. But then the twist at the end is anyone that ever participated in the vote, the bees turn on them.
Oh. And are they like undercover bees? Like you'd think it's like a regular bee, but it's actually like a robot killer bee.
I mean, it's like a full mob of bees. So like you can see, you'll know it's like that's not right.
Like I'm done. I'm toast.
Yeah, but they look like normal bees. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe I just described. Maybe I'm giving it, maybe I'm just feeding into whatever Black Mirror is predicting in our future.
How do we get here?
I said some social media that does not that condones bullying.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Did you see I got my first death threat comment recently?
You posted about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I did see it.
So that person is getting robot bead anytime soon in this
There's a
reality.
bee coming for them. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't
It's
get
crazy.
people.
Like all my videos are just me saying, please eat enough. That's like 80% of my videos are me literally just saying to eat enough, not saying eat too much, not saying eat until you feel like garbage, not saying eat until you're 1,000 pounds. I'm just saying eat enough. And that person told me to go kill myself.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like we don't have to get into all of it, but it's just like
they did say please, so that was very nice of them. Oh, but look, I made it. I got my first.
you made. That's how
threat.
you know you've made it, when people are wishing you to take your life.
It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, you're right. You can't get into it. It'll be a whole rabbit hole. We've already gone down a rabbit hole.
Yes.
All
right.
Well,
let's just count down for this one, because
sorry,
they
Kara.
already know. They didn't even need to hear that whole thing. They already know. And here we are. 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice.
Pickles aren't a
Naughty!
What are you doing?
I read it. I did selective reading, and I was like, I read pickles. I'm like, pickles are nice. Okay, naughty. No, pickles are not.
Okay, but it is confusing though, because both pickle opinions were naughty, but they're opposite pickle opinions.
Yes. Okay, sorry. That's a naughty. I was like, you hate pickles now? Okay. This next one, I feel, oh no. Okay. This is similar to a bonus question. We've done it sometime.
A long time ago. I wonder if I can find
when I saw this, I was like, wait a second. I was like, are they just asking us to repeat a bonus question? But it's slightly different. So the next controversial food opinion is cereal is a soup. And our old bonus question was, is the ocean a soup?
The ocean soup. Have we done cereal soup?
We haven't done cereal, but we have done the ocean. I know for sure.
Yeah. Because I remember that. Yeah. We definitely did. I wish I knew which episode that was.
I think it was it might have been like top 10.
It was like one of the first. Okay. I will continue to find, but
we did do you put milk or cereal first?
Yes.
That's a cereal specific one we've done. But this is cereal soup.
Okay. I mean, my gut reaction is yes. You got a liquid and some little floaties, like, and it doesn't have to be hot. Like pea soup isn't hot. There's lots of other like cultures that have like cold variations of soups. Yeah.
What is soup? Liquid with
floaties. Or even just liquid. It can be like,
I was gonna say like tomato soup, but it's like thicker. But it's like,
is broth a soup? Is milk in a bowl soup?
That's what I'm thinking now. I'm like,
is tea soup? Oh no. Is coffee soup? Is hot chocolate soup with the marshmallows in there?
Is like a latte soup? Like you're putting stuff in there?
I'm Googling.
Is an alcohol a cocktail soup?
Cocktail's definitely soup. Soup definition, please. Okay. This might make it a little bit more clear. Soup is a primarily liquid food, generally served warm or hot, that is made by combining ingredients of meat or vegetables with stock, milk, or water. So I feel like the meat and vegetables is what.
Yeah. Okay.
But if that's the case, cereal is not soup then.
No, it is not.
Are there any soups that don't have meat or vegetables that are like legit soups? I'm sure there's other culturals I can't think of, but I feel like
there's so many soups out there.
I feel like the soups that we would eat routinely would have a meat or veggie or both. I made chicken noodle soup the other day. It was really good.
Is ramen
Like
soup?
just the ramen.
Just the ramen. It's noodles, because I would say noodles are very similar to cereal,
True.
like from a macronutrient breakdown standpoint.
And the broth isn't always necessarily like a meat or veggie broth. Is it though? It's usually like the ramen flavors
Typically
are like,
veggie. Yeah.
well, like a broth has to be made out of one of those two things, right?
I think it's water based typically.
Yeah, but it like
But
has
the
to
soup
be like a
definition,
has to be like a chicken broth or a veggie broth, a bone
yeah.
broth. But milk is from meat.
All right, we're um
And cereal comes from corn or wheat, which is a plant, which is a vegetable.
we might be grasping at straws.
I think if it's like a corn cereal, then it's an easy yes. Because corn is a vegetable and milk comes from the same thing that meat comes from. But if it's a rice cereal, maybe not, or a wheat cereal, because it's a little bit of a further stretch to relate rice or wheat to a veggie. But corn is a for sure veggie, I think.
Okay.
So corn pops are a soup when added to milk. But it's not a soup until it's added to milk. Also, shoot, what if you don't do animal milk? What if you do like an oat milk?
I do oat milk with my cereal.
So is mine soup and yours isn't?
Because it's kind of not coming from meat.
My meat milk. Ew.
I don't want that.
Gross. Gross.
I feel confused. I understand what's happening, but I'm getting confused by soup.
I don't know. I just feel like we eat them in such a similar manner. The components are so similar. I don't know. I feel like people who live in America would maybe say easy no if they're only used to eating American soups, because we are so used to eating hot soups.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be cold.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Huh. I don't know. There's a lot of stipulations to which cereals and which milks make it a soup. And if we have to do all that, then maybe it's not a soup.
Yeah.
Okay. We should do like a gut reaction
Okay.
and say what we think.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice.
Naughty. We're disagreeing. Oh my gosh, this might be the first one we've disagreed on.
But I could be swayed very easily.
Yes.
Which is usually the case for most things ever as
Yeah.
a people pleaser.
I think just because of all the loopholes and things, my gut wants to say yes, but when it comes down to it, I feel like it's a no from me.
It's a stretch.
I can't confidently say why, but it's just, this is what we're going with.
Well, the next one I'm very passionate about.
I'm excited about this one. I feel like we also might disagree on this one.
I was thinking that when I was typing it out. I was like, I know what we're going to say for this one.
Yeah. So our next controversial food opinion is to never get plain ice cream. It must have chunks. And Hannah is a ice cream connoisseur, as we all know.
I am. I just had ice cream like half an hour ago with chunks.
With chunks.
The only time I buy not chunky ice cream is if it's going to serve a very specific purpose. Like when I made an apple pie a few weeks ago, I bought plain vanilla ice cream, which I now might start buying regularly because Finn loves ice cream. And so we always give him a little bowl whenever we have some too. But of course, he can't have the chunky kinds. So I've considered buying the plain or the vanilla just for Finn. But he usually gets like his little yogurt lick mat instead. So all is good. But yes, I will 100% agree with this one. This one, I think, came from one of our past interns, Maria.
Oh,
So shout out to Maria for this wonderful opinion that I am fully on board with. I knew I liked her. I totally agree. Ice cream must have chunks. If there's not enough chunks in it, I don't want it.
So I'm gonna say it's okay to get plain ice cream. But my stipulation is we don't really buy ice cream at all, mostly because Bobby will be the only one eating it. But we always have caramel sauce and like chocolate syrup on hand.
Okay.
And I'll add caramel sauce normally.
That counts. That counts as chunks.
That counts as a chunk?
Yeah.
Even though it's like liquidy?
I think so. Because I would eat like if an ice cream had like a peanut butter ribbon in it, I would buy that.
Okay. I was gonna also say I add my like cornflakes
that's
or
so good.
Rice Krispies to my plain vanilla ice cream.
Is that
But that would be chunks. I don't know if that's at
frozen
room
soup
temperature, it is a liquid. So does that make it a soup?
I don't know. I think those might count as chunks, but I feel like you are not quite as intentional about making sure the ice cream has chunks in order to enjoy it.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely, if I'm gonna buy ice cream, it's either gonna be like for something where like we made a pie or we made like brownies or like it's to go with something.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be vanilla. But the few times I do buy ice cream, I'm typically getting like a fun flavor.
Okay.
But then it says never get plain ice cream. And never is a strong word.
One that I really much really much agree with. I mean, Ross and I will literally go to the store just to get a few containers of ice cream. Like we always have it on hand.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice.
Naughty. I had to think about it.
This is really throwing you off.
I really have to stare at these. I'm like, it was easier before the influencers and
It was easier.
The trends, because I could just say, viewed in my head as like good or bad.
Yeah.
But now I'm like staring at this statement. I'm like,
and it's complex because we have different situations with food when we like them versus don't like them, whatever. This one's more complex. Yeah. You guys are really throwing us for a loop.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one should be interesting. This one says rainbow goldfish taste better than regular goldfish. Interesting. Any gut thoughts?
So my gut thought is I like the colors. As
True.
you know, I'm a very visual eater.
Yes.
But then from a visual eating standpoint, for whatever reason in my head, I like really cheesy goldfish. So when I see non-orange goldfish, it doesn't taste as cheesy to me. And I don't like the rainbow ones. For that reason.
I am on the exact same page. I feel like the colorful ones taste colorful, which isn't a good thing for goldfish.
Yeah. You want it cheesy.
Yeah. And I also love like colorful things. Like give me all the food coloring. But when it's supposed to be a cheesy flavor, I feel like it needs to be like a yellow or orange.
I agree. I'm surprised we agreed on that one.
Me too.
I didn't think we were going to.
Huh. I thought for sure you were going to say like the rainbow ones.
I was leaning that way, but then I thought about if I'm going to eat a goldfish, what do I want out of it?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just weird to hear you say that you want a cheesy flavor.
That is an odd occurrence.
Never heard that on the podcast before.
Yes. Yeah.
You've thrown me for a loop twice when we talk about cheese and when we had that peanut butter and jelly conversation too. That one really threw me off.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. And it's never consistent. Like the thing I want to be cheesy is goldfish, but I draw the line at baked brie.
So funny. All right. Well, 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Naughty. I feel bad
Yeah.
calling our Tud Buds naughty.
I know, but they
It's not them,
also
it's
open
their-
themselves. It's
It's your opinions. It's what you say that's bad.
it's what you think. No. But also I feel like we would eat any of this.
Oh, I'd eat any
So,
of this. Yeah.
yeah.
We
You're
still love you.
asking. We please, it's okay. Don't take it to personality. Our next one, I'm interested to hear your answer, even though I think I know what you're gonna say, but we'll see. So it's the controversial opinion is raisins do not belong in chicken salad. Use strawberries or other fresh fruit.
We all know I eat most things, but if there's one thing I don't really eat a lot, I don't seek out, that's raisins. I don't love raisins. I've never purchased raisins. If they're in a cookie, I'll eat it. I'll be a little sad, but I'll eat it. If they're in chicken salad, I'll eat it. But I agree that I like to use green grapes in my chicken salad or apples. That's what I'm going to go to instead of a raisin. So I think I agree with this one.
I was gonna say like grapes are my number one fruit of choice. I actually like love raisins.
Yeah, I think I knew that about you.
Yeah, I'm a big Raisin Bran fan, and I think
Mm.
that's my primary raisin source. I don't really eat them in other forms, but if they're in a chicken salad, I will not be upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will happily eat it, but if I'm making it myself, there's no way I'm using raisins.
I wouldn't mind grapes and raisins.
That could be okay.
Have you ever used strawberries?
No, I saw this comment and I was like, oh, interesting.
I was like, this sounds good.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. I always use apples or grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like a golden raisin?
I love golden raisins.
I
like
would choose that over
also
brown.
I
or
feel like
whatever
that
you call
might
them.
go. What are those?
Are
Black
they just called raisins? I don't know.
I don't. I think people just refer to them as raisins, but then golden raisins get another name.
Yeah, that feels indicative
It
of
feels
other
like
things.
we're being mean to the raisins. Why don't they get a special? Hold on, I'm gonna Google
or the golden
this.
raisins, like they're so not popular enough. We have to refer to them as something else.
Just says California sun-dried raisins, California raisins. Oh my
But
gosh.
those come from like red grapes though, right?
Yeah.
What do golden raisins come from? Golden grapes? They come from green grapes.
Green grapes? I think they come from green.
I feel like they're too golden to come from green grapes.
Golden raisins are made from same varieties of grapes used to make natural seedless raisins. On the vine, they're the same. The grapes are the same green color, but different processing methods and treatment of sulfur dioxide give golden raisins their bright golden color.
Wait. So regular raisins are green grapes too?
How do they get so dark?
Sulfur
This is from
dioxide.
Sunmade. This is Sunmade, like the most popular raisin brand, has a whole pamphlet. It's 16 pages long, like a PDF on this.
Oh, I'm here. I'm looking at it. Oh, thank you, Sunmade. This is what I needed. Oh my gosh, it's so colorful.
I love it. Wait, no. There are purple grapes on here.
Yes. Oh, they have like real names. The Thompson seedless dried on ground,
Oh my
flame
gosh,
dried on vine. Oh,
this is
wow.
can someone invite us to like a grape or raisin producing factory
We
so
are
we can
way out
learn
of our
about
league here.
this?
Do you like figs?
I love figs. I like dates a lot.
I like dates.
I don't know, a dried fruit like in this area, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes way beyond just like golden raisins and regular raisins. But it looks like some of the white ones or green ones do turn into the purple raisins.
I'm confused.
And they're called Thompson, which is funny because I don't like raisins that much.
Watch as you get an influx of messages now. Like, would you be able to be a spokesperson for our raisin?
I would do it because again, I like them. I tolerate them. That's what a brand wants from their influencers, right? I tolerate your product.
Yeah. Huh.
I am about to learn so much about dried fruit after this.
I'm just so excited. But to go back to the point,
Yeah.
we can do our little wait, let me read it first.
Yes.
Okay, I know my answer.
Okay.
All right.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Naughty.
Wait. No, we agree with them. Oh,
I
nice.
don't.
Nice. I agree with them. Oh no, I'm confused.
I was gonna say, like, I like raisins and chicken salad.
I also forgot what word we were saying. I was like, what's she gonna say? What do I say? I like forgot what naughty and nice were. Oh
Why
my gosh.
is this getting so hard?
Maybe
The
we
more
should have
words,
2 weeks of this.
the more words we add, the harder it gets.
You guys are complicated. Okay, next one should be easy. We've discussed this before, probably like episode 1, I feel like.
Yeah.
The question is, or the food opinion is, pineapple belongs on pizza. I totally agree. I love pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple on anything, and I love pizza. So
Yeah. When I lived at my parents' house, we always got a Hawaiian pizza on pizza night because I was the one who wanted it. And I'd eat the whole thing. It's so good.
amazing. Oh, it's just that like sweet and savory, but also like
Exactly.
tart.
I haven't had it in forever though, because Ross is not a fan. He'll eat it, but he's not a huge fan. And so when we get pizza, we just don't really get that one. But I'm going to request it next time because I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have much to add.
No.
Besides, I feel like this is it's like people's go-to controversial food.
It's like the
opinion.
quintessential food opinion.
And I'm like, why? Like, what spurred this? This is what people have like the strongest opinion on.
Right.
I don't know why it's like.
I don't know. I guess it is something that you either love it or you hate it. I feel like most people aren't very neutral about this kind of thing.
I guess that's true.
Kind of like with like pickles and olives. Like, I don't know many like neutral olive lovers. Like you love them or you hate them.
That's true.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Nice.
Yay. All right. Our last
one more.
one. I'm scared of this. That's my spoiler. The controversial food opinion is mayo belongs on hot dogs. I will note I was raised in Chicago suburbs, so I'm taught that ketchup doesn't even belong on hot dogs. I love ketchup on hot dogs. I will not stop adding ketchup to my hot dogs. I'm like ketchup, mustard, onions, relish, hot peppers, like everything on it.
Sounds really good.
It's Portillo's hot dogs.
Sounds really good right now.
So good. I do enjoy mayo on hamburgers.
I was going to ask your thoughts on mayo, just like as a whole.
I think it's Burger King who does it. Or maybe Burger King and Culver's. They both do it, I think.
I know Wendy's puts mayo on some of their burgers.
I don't go to Wendy's though. But that's because we've talked about how they've messed up my order so many times. I think it's a specific store issue, not a Wendy's issue.
Yeah.
Love like mayo on hamburgers changed my life.
It's really good.
So good.
Like an aioli too.
Yes. Absolutely yes. I will note I've never had mayo on hot dogs.
I don't know if I have. I bet I have. But I guess it doesn't stand out. So it's hard to say if it belongs on a hot dog. Can you put it on one and it still be edible? Probably. Does it belong on a hot dog though? I don't know. I don't know. I think if you do a mayo, you have to also throw a bunch of other stuff too, because if you do like a mayo and like just the hot dog, those are both like pretty fatty. It's going to be just like too much. You need like some relish, onion, something to like counteract that like richness. Yeah. Ew, imagine, I don't want to say ew. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but I just like can't imagine doing like just mayo on a hot dog on a bun.
That's what I'm imagining, right? I'm assuming it like I should not assume, but what I'm imagining is like to make it more palatable to my taste would be like ketchup and like I'm thinking of like what they put on hamburgers,
Yeah.
which is putting it on a hot dog. Like that's good. So maybe it's okay, but I think it's the fat content that's throwing me off
And
with like the
visually
hot
too, it's
dog.
just so beige.
We need some colors, other colors in there.
I feel like I know your answer, but what's your thoughts on cheese on a hot dog?
I don't put cheese on anything.
Oh,
That-
okay,
if
I
it's
figured. I should have known.
yeah,
I don't even know why I asked.
I'm trying to think of. Wait, you answer that question. Well, I think of if I put cheese on it.
Okay.
Have you put cheese?
I've done it. I mean, I don't like seek it out, but if it's like a hot dog bar kind of thing, like a kid's birthday party or something, and there's cheese, I'll think about it. I feel like Ralph would put it on his hot dog, but it's not going to be like a staple hot dog additive. Did I give you enough time to think about your answer?
Well, now I'm thinking about if Bobby would, and I don't know what Bobby would put on a hot dog.
Mm.
I think he's like an everything hot dog fan, like
Kind of like what you listed.
But I don't know. He likes cheese a lot.
Mm. We need to do like a boys episode. We have so many questions to ask them about Enneagrams, their cheese preferences.
Yeah. We'll just go through all these. And
We just go through all the bonus questions with them.
It'd probably have to be multiple parts because I feel like they'd both just get like really opinionated about it. And like
yes.
for like no reason. I mean, like granted,
yes.
we get very opinionated, and I think
this is our
like,
podcast.
Logical in our like we're like, yeah, this makes sense. But like what they say, like, what are you saying?
And then I feel like we would get into our opinions all over again. It would be probably like a 3-day affair.
Yeah, they probably find a way to bully us.
Yeah, or like take over the podcast, kick us off somehow.
Probably, yeah. That'd be fun though. Maybe we'll do that for some milestone.
Okay, well, let's round out our last opinion. 3, 2, 1.
Have you been naughty or nice?
Naughty. Okay, so we had some disagreements today. We thought
that was exciting. We don't.
Wow.
I was not anticipating that many, as in like 2. But still, that's big for us.
It's big for us. Is this the end of our podcast now that we are no longer on the same page about all the things?
Yeah, we're not agreeing on ice cream, which I barely eat as is. So like, and then we're not agreeing about if cereal is a soup.
Friendship over.
Really polarizing opinions to have that would drive us apart.
Well, guys, let us know in the comments on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening, if you disagree with any of these. Yeah. Or if you have other food opinions you want us to converse, we can always do it for bonus questions.
Yeah. Because we could always like introduce a similar style to this, like mid-year.
True.
So we don't have to wait until
next December.
365 days later.
Yeah. Give us a reason and we can make this happen more than once.
Yeah. But it was fun. And make sure you listen to the other 2 episodes of the Naughty and Nice or Nice series and watch on YouTube so you can get the full effect and see what we're talking about specifically. Because we'll make sure. Are you going to include pictures?
I'm going to try. I'll find something to stick on there to give the gist of what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, thanks for listening.
We'll catch you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of the Up-Beet Dietitians with your hosts, Emily Krause and Hannah Thompson.
We appreciate you all so much for continuing to support us. In order to support us and sustain the success of this podcast, please subscribe and leave a rating and review.
If you'd like to provide us feedback for future episodes and guest stars, follow us on Instagram at the Up-Beet Dietitians.
Lastly, you can show us support by providing a monthly donation using the link at the end of our bio.
Once again, thank you so much for listening today and stay tuned next Wednesday for a new episode. Until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.